Be the change. Be the change you want to see in the world. And you're already making everything, doing a big favor for everything, including yourself. And so, ourself, that's where we can control. That's where we can change. That's where we can make decisions. We can develop ourselves. We can change our perspectives. We can do so many things. And often we try to rather change other people. Well, I feel like I'm pretty good over here, so I think they need to change instead. And then we try and go in and change other people, which is not our job. And also, it's very difficult to change other people because you cannot really change other people. You can encourage them to maybe look at some of the things that they do or the things that they say or how they act and stuff like that. But they have to come to terms with who they are and how they, if they want to change, they have to do the change. So focusing on ourselves, like all these cards hold at different aspects of being a human being. So all the tarot cards have different aspects that I have in, I'm a human, you're a human. So we all have all of these different aspects of humanity and also all these archetypes. So I wanted to see how we're showing up here today. And I do apologize if I feel I'm a little bit under the weather today with a little bit of a fever and a headache and stuff like that. So bear with me and let's see. How are we showing up here today? How are you showing up here today? Let me see. And we do have our mind, body, and soul, which I like to bring up every so often because we kind of forget sometimes and then we just get drawn into our little world. And then so mind, body, and soul. Tower, big change. Someone is going through a big change in their mind space, like in the way they think about things, the way they see things. These are the gifts that you can give to others. So if you talk to somebody else or like they say something that makes you realize something, and now your whole world kind of falls apart a little bit, and then big change, like maybe you always thought it had to be that way, it has to be this way, it has to be this way, and then all of a sudden there's some kind of information that comes in and it kind of breaks open everything, and now you're like, what what, I didn't know that. Okay, so then big change. So someone is going through big changes in their way of thinking, maybe the way they see the world, the ideas that they have, maybe the plans for future, plans, thinking, like big change in the thinking mind. And this is good because it's going to catapult you. What's it called? Poof. It's going to catapult you like into a better version of yourself and a more mature version of yourself and also a more knowledgeable version of yourself. Know thyself. It's not like it's really beneficial on every level in life is to know thyself. Know thyself so that you can understand how your mind works, understand what your body needs, understand how to nourish your soul. And also an encouragement here to be straightforward with things, like Seven of Swords, like different type of strategy can also be trickery and taking something away so that I'm going to take this away from them so they can't really do that, or I'm going to add an extra hour so they won't be able to perform as well, or I'm going to do, so there are different things that this Seven of Swords can do to create different types of hindrances. And also it can be like a trickster, like everything is allowed in love, everything is, or whatever they're saying is, and then everything is allowed. And but no, this is an encouragement to be straightforward, like be honest, have honor, loyalty, and stand up for yourself and be like a truthful person, someone that people can rely on, not that they have to question all the time. What are the motives? Do you have any hidden agendas? What's your intentions here? What is it that you're trying to do? And as if for the soul, so the Two of Swords, making decisions not based on the thinking mind. Like you're in a big change in your thinking mind, perhaps also in your diet, everything that you do in your physical, new job, perhaps new way of carrying yourself. And then there's a choice to be made. So someone here is showing up with a choice to be made, and the choice that you have to make, it is encouraged here, is encouraged to feel it. Go within and feel it. How does it feel when you think about that solution over there? And how does that make you feel? And what does your life look like if you should go for that solution over there? And how would that feel like for you? And if you should choose that, like, what would that feel like? How does it make you feel to think about these things? And then you can make your decision from that, and also ask, like, pray about it. Ask, what is the best solution for me to do? What is the best option that I have to do? And what is the best choice that I can make in this particular situation for the highest good? And then you're on this soul's journey. So it's going to take you in the direction where you can grow the most, where you can learn the most, where you can know thyself better. So so that you can make good choices and create the life that you want to create, and be the person in that life that you have a life, you have a dream, a vision, like, I would like my life to be like that. And then you kind of have to catch up with yourself and do the work that needs to be done, so you can become the person that can be in that life too. So there, sometimes if you have ambitions, or you have goals, then sometimes you have to become the person who can fulfill these things. Tower, big change. So there's some kind of message that is coming to come in and perhaps blow your mind. And King of Wands in a reverse. So it might come in from someone who is might be a message coming in from someone who is not very passionate, not very straightforward. And or this can be someone who is mustering up the courage to come forward to you. The King of Wands typically has a lot of courage and assertiveness and passion and drive. And then maybe this person is very uncertain a little bit. And the message that's going to come in for you, it might be something that really will blow your mind. So there can be some insecurities, or there can be some uncertainty in the whatever is coming in for you in the message realm. And this person, they might be not knowing how you're going to respond to it, what you're going to say. And maybe they also know that this is going to make a major difference in your life. And yeah, it can be difficult to come forward and say things and do that to other people, I guess. Nourishment, someone not wanting to reluctant to learn something new, reluctant to maybe go away from the mind space. So someone's shown up here with a lot of swords and maybe manipulation a little bit, manipulation and trickery, which using the words, using stories, using words, using different things to manipulate people in a certain direction. And it's encouraged for you to stand your ground, be your dang beautiful self. I believe in you. The Empress is here, the mothering. It's being productive, creative, bringing things into life, leading with the heart and the head. And so whatever is going on around here with all these swords and the thoughts and the manipulation, I think you're going to be fine. Yeah, you just have to sit with yourself and be that motherly and caring person, and don't let it get to bring you down in any ways with all these swords and the kind of trickery. Or someone might be wanting to come clean to you so that you can start afresh in this physical world. And sometimes with, meeting people of the mind or in the 5D, and then meeting people in this world with a message, it's difficult to start new relationships. It's difficult to start new communications. It's difficult to start right at the beginning of anything. And so, but by making the choices, that is going to be, it's always going to be awkward in the beginning anyway. So it's like, don't worry about it. Just let it be awkward. And then after a little while, it won't be awkward anymore. Instead of like putting it off, or instead of like going, no, I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to avoid it. And instead of doing that, rather maybe change in the mind perspective a little bit, that it's okay. It always is awkward when people meet for the first time, or when new relation starts, or when you go to a new job, or when you do something that you haven't done before. It's always going to be a little awkward. Choices. Little charmer, loving cup, and the sun. So choices. Choose what makes you happy, and choose where you can learn about love. Choose where you can grow and learn with each other. Like, make the choice that's going to make you happy. And there's always going to be someone who doesn't want that. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to flourish and nourish and grow. And people have all their kinds of agendas. Other people have their own agendas. And so here's like encouragement to choose what makes you happy. And if it's a little joker with a loving cup and things to learn when it comes to love, and that makes you happy, then choose that. It doesn't have to be. You can choose whoever you want to choose to be with, and that is perfectly fine. But remember that other people are going to have something that they want to say. They usually do, especially if it's an important union, which it might be. If it's an important union, then you're going to bringing two people together. If it's an important union, then that union is going to bring out some good healing, bring out some good words or healing and stuff out to the people, so that people can grow and learn their soul's path, to encourage their soul's path. And so whenever that happens, even the powers to be, everything that is going to be against it, because rather the powers to be would have it the way it is. The way it is how we have been indoctrinated, we've been trained, we've been programmed, we've all gone through the kind of the same training to become like emotionless robots in a way, going out there, having all the correct milestones in our life and doing the right things. And at that age, you get married, and then you have a kid, and then you do this, then you do that, and then you do this, and then you do that. So there's this recipe that we all have been trained to become a part of, which makes, and it takes the emotion out of it. Here is an encouragement. When you make choices, choose from the heart. Sometimes, because the society is the way it is, you have to remind yourself and go back in there and remember what it feels like gratitude, love. How does it feel when you feel it, not just speak it? When you feel it, that's when the energy is in motion. So that's when you have otherwise it's just words, it's just from the head. So it's got to come from the soul, from the heart. And the choices that make them do the ones that makes you happy. And insecurities, yes. So here is the insecurities card. And especially when it comes to the heart. And this is not it's no wonder. We've all been hurt. I suppose we're here, humans on planet Earth, and we've all been hurt. We've been heartbroken, and it's not a fun thing to be heartbroken. It's not fun. It's very heartbreaking. So we all have been there. And then when trying to approach someone again, or trying to make something happen between it can bring up a lot of insecurities, fear of rejection. I know I have fear of rejection, which causes me to not put out as much as I wanted to put out, like maybe how much I care or how much I like a person. And my insecurities and my fear of rejection, or that I will be humiliated by it, or that it will be something that is so my insecurities kick in. So this is why I always say, you got to become the person that can be in that relationship. So if you have these insecurities, now you can start practicing gratitude, start practicing self-worth, and a worthiness. I am worthy of love. I am a loving person. I deserve love. I am love. I am loved, and all that stuff to bring yourself into a better space so that you can do it anyway. If it's awkward, it's awkward. It's okay. It will be awkward for a while anyway, because it always is in the beginning. Joy, dancing, joyful, being out there, moving the body around, being a creator, creative, motherly, taking charge when you need to take charge, standing in your power. This is someone who is standing in your power, and you're standing within yourself with joy. And when you do that, when you're present in the moment and you stand within yourself with joy, then you are going to be able to notice. And it's kind of fun when you do, because you're going to be able to notice all the people that hop around you and do some kind of manipulation tricks. And then you're going to notice it, and then you don't even have to say anything. You can just observe it, and then okay, then you know the agenda. And yeah, so then you can have fun with it a little bit. But finding the joy, the inner joy, and taking that joy out in your life is going to be also personal power with the Empress. The personal power, trusting yourself, trusting that you have the power and the skills and whatever it is that you need to move forward, and to also overcome the insecurities. Insecurities are often just in the mind. And so maybe just allow this person to come in and blow your mind and deal with it. Whatever it looks like, just deal with it. And vanity. And speaking the mind. Speaking your mind. So this throat chakra. Authentic, down to earth, being kind of the warlock that comes out of the fairy tales, with the truth, with the wisdom, with the down to earth remedies, or like the nature remedies and stuff like that. And then perhaps going from that kind of living to more sophisticated parts, making choices to move from one area of exploration to another. So someone is showing up with a lot of good stuff, actually. Good choices, making good choices, standing firm, standing their ground, able to detect and deflect and laugh at the manipulation going on around. And also big changes in the mind space, which is where everything happens. All the changes happens first because you think it, or you figure it out in one way or the other. And Esther and Abraham Hicks says, to begin the process of book positive aspects, purchase a notebook that feels good when you hold it in your hands. Okay, get yourself a notebook that feels good in your hands, and also when you look at it, makes you feel good. Yay, it makes you feel happy when you look at it. Because of the action that will be involved in this process, not only is an improved degree of focus certain, but with the focus will come an increase in both your clarity and your feeling of being alive. Now on the cover of your notebook, write, my book of positive aspects. And then you write down in your book, positive aspects. My book of positive aspects. This can be positive aspects of yourself. So it can be positive aspects about yourself. It can be positive aspects about how you hold yourself, the joy that you feel, how you feel in your life. It can be positive aspects of being a warlock, or like bringing things of nature, bringing things of that kind into the world, bringing the groundedness, the earthly aspect, grounding, writing around yourself so that you can deal with your insecurities. The book of positive aspects. And also I lost the video. It stopped right there, so I just had to come in and finish it off, because I picked some more cards on there. And the one card in the mind is like, with the insecurities and everything, like just do it anyway, because excitement, firecracker, this might blow your mind, whatever is coming up, and the insecurities might hold it back a little bit, but it's always going to be awkward. So just go for it and let it be awkward. And then there's so much to be gained from it instead of staying away from it, then rather move towards it and allow the excitement to come into life with this message and allow that to happen. Shark is showing up with their and all this trickery with the mind, the manipulation and stuff like that. Just be take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. So just be aware of these people around you, whatever trickery they are trying to do, and stand firm in your empress, in your motherliness, in your caring and giving, and just stay firm in there in your joy, and put that in your book of positive aspects, how you're able to do that and withstand a lot of the pressure that is coming from the outside. Tulip, great passion, making the choices from the heart, for the joy, making the choices. Great passion is ahead. So make the choice from the heart that is going to make you feel, that makes you feel better, best, and better. And the beautiful light in me, it loves, it honors, and it respects the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.